It's like, man, that law that was incriminating any person that was using Niger to get to the northern country to get to Europe, it's no longer functional. That law that was put in place and was financed by the Europeans through the European Union that criminalizes any citizen of the Republic of Niger who helped any person.
If you see me in the streets, better holler at me. Seeking for a beat, throw them dollars at me. I don't like defeat, take that away from me. You tryna be like me, you couldn't handle my story. But we gon' let you know, we gon' let you know. We gon' let you know, we gon' let you know.
What's good, everybody, man? Hey, thank you for coming through and welcome back once again to yet another vlog by Mr. J. Yes, if this is your first time coming through, they call me J, man. I'm a motherland and I live in the diaspora. And I do drop vlogs, man, talking about issues affecting my continent. Because I love Africa so much. And yes, you can tell that Mr. J is born African, man. Son of the sword. Thank you, man. I appreciate the fans who've been turning up, man. We starting to get fans all the way and hits from Russia, man. Indonesia, man. China, India, Pakistan, man. Yo, Egypt. It warms my heart to see that we are getting hits from these part of the world. Welcome on board. And for all those who've been watching Mr. J from the get-go, man, the United States, man, the Caribbeans, man, Latin America, it's all love. Cameroon, Nigeria, man, South Africa. You guys know what I'm on here doing. I'm just giving my own 2 cents. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this vlog, we are going to talk about the Republic of Niger, man. But before we do that, I want you to just pause for a minute, man. Give us that thumbs up, and the more thumbs up you give Mr. J, man, on these vlogs, the more they show my vlogs around the globe. So, ladies and gentlemen, did you know, dear Africans, man, my brothers and sisters in Africa, did you know that it's been decades that European powers, European countries and their allies, man, and their organization, like the NGOs and multinationals, they have been paying governments all across Africa to ensure that they help stop and curb the influx of migrants into their own territory. Did you know that? Well, today we are going to talk about one of such arrangements, man, which was made by the European Union and the Republic of Niger. Now, you know, the Republic of Niger recently, man, a couple of months ago, they had a coup which took out one of a puppet who was not even serving the purpose of his people, but he was out there serving the purpose of the Europeans, the West. And this man was selling out one of the greatest minerals, natural resources on earth, uranium, at a very stupid price rate because the European Union were helping and backing this puppet and maintaining them in power. But that day is gone. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, for some months now, man, the Republic of Niger has been under military rule, man, and the military junta has been taking some drastic measures to ensure that they live and they make sure that their people benefit. They are doing everything to ensure that Nigerians are first when it comes to anything that concerns the country. Now, under the previous administration, under the puppet who was being backed by France, and of course, whenever France is, she has the okay of her allies, Western powers. And ever since this man stepped out, there was a rule that was in place. And this rule was being promoted and being pushed by the European Union. And this rule was like, you need to stop people passing through your countries to take boats to get into Europe. Yeah, people from sub-Saharan Africa and other countries from down south use Niger and go up north, so that they can, get boats and make it to Europe. And with the recent increase, with the recent influx of African migrants, man, getting into European through Italy and Spain, man, the European Union decided that, you know what, let's go talk to these people, let's give them some money, man, let's bribe them with some money so that they can help us stop these folks. Now, for some time now, if you were passing through the Republic of Niger, even if you are not from that country, and you get caught, man, they would send you back. They would jail you and send you back. The puppet administration under Mohamed Bazoum ensured that any person coming through Niger didn't make it to these, coastal line countries where they can board, man. Now, of course, we all know that Spain is paying Nigeria some money, man. We all know that the European Union started working with Tunisia. The president who made the racist statement about Africans trying to change the demographics, the racial demographic of his country. But we all know that, man. So what did the military junta do after taking power and after ensuring that Niger is for the people of Niger? This man just cut out this law that was put in place after the European Union had been backing some of these regimes, man. This man cut it out. It's like, man, that law that was incriminating any person that was using Niger to get to the northern country to get to Europe, it's no longer functional. That law that was put in place and was financed by the Europeans through the European Union that criminalizes any citizen of the Republic of Niger who helped any person that was trying to make it up north to take the ships and get into Europe. They were normally punishable by 2 to 5 years in prison. So if you were a citizen of the Republic of Niger and you helped a fellow African brother, kind of like you give him food, you give him shelter, you give him water, what the Bible asks us to do. But if you did that back then, just so that these people can continue their journey to Europe, you were a criminal. And the military junta said, enough is enough. That is bullshit. So now that law is no longer functional. Immediately that the military junta dropped this issue, man, guess what happened, man? The European Union started panicking. Yes, they are panicking because they know that sooner or later when these African leaders start letting these people go through, because they are no longer willing to participate as their puppets, and no longer willing to ensure that fellow Africans are dehumanized and criminalized for trying to seek for a better future, they started panicking. And you can see the panic already going up. The alarm bells already going up, because they know that as Niger is doing this, as Niger is doing away with this law, a whole lot of Africans gonna go through Niger to make it up north. Nobody is meant to be treated as a criminal just because they are seeking a better and a brighter future. And they are seeking a better and a brighter future because the puppets that we put in place, the puppets that you guys put in place, let me correct that, the puppets that the Western, the European powers put in place in Africa were vehemently making sure that life was difficult for the citizens. Hence, they decided that, you know what, we are going to go over there. If you guys are making sure that our leaders continue to keep us poor by bribing them, by maintaining them in power, we are going to come to you and get our paper from you. Now, I will end this vlog by saying this. What do you think about the military junta in the Republic of Niger relaxing this law? And to everybody taking the route to make it to Europe, my brothers and sisters, please stay home. That money that you are supposed to use to go out there and you're not even sure that you will make it to Europe, my brothers and sisters, stay home. Africa is rising. We gonna need you. Do not make that journey. Use that money and get into some kind of business. And I say this from the bottom of my heart. Africa will soon need us. I'm talking about engineers. I'm talking about doctors. I'm talking about all these man-force that is going out to seek for greener pastures. We are rising. Leave a comment. That is my time. I'm out of here. Peace.
Creation, reaction, God. Big up TRB family. Mr. J, I see you. I know some artists don't do this. God bless you and your family.